Greetings, African people. Jenny Wren, from time to time, have to obey. The spirit that says, remove yourself, And so I have been battling the flames. Someone reached out and asked, how have you been? And my response was, preserved by fire. That's me. And I didn't understand the struggles. I didn't understand the pain, until now. I understand that it is Jah, Rastafari within I, that keeps me humble, doesn't allow things to happen for me easily, doesn't allow me to get attached to fame and glory, because the mission that I am here for requires humility. And in order for you to understand and accept humility, you have to experience all kinds of things. You got to get slapped and kicked and pushed down and pushed away and shut out, insulted, abused. If you don't understand those things, you cannot get up and speak. You are going to become self-involved, and the accolades that you receive from people are going to cause you to lose your purpose, forget why you're here and what you're doing. So every so often, I get put in that place where I am forced to be humble. And then I resurface. Big up yourself, Rani. I am feeling fully activated and fluffified. In another few days, I'm going to celebrate my birthday. And, you haven't seen anything yet. Thank you for reaching out, Nicole. You two ladies are the reason why I know that I'll never be famous. Because if I am, I will lose track of why I'm here. Just briefly, I want to talk to you about something. It's not because I'm humble, it's because I'm forced to be humble. Because I am sure there is pride in me. And the great deliverer understand that if that is not sacrifice within me, I cannot do the work that I am designed to do. Talking to you today about bad mind. Some people say jealousy, and that has to do with envy. Let's talk about that today. Please understand that all the most evil things that happen in this world stems from jealousy, stems from bad mind. Let's use that word interchangeably. All the evil that has been put out in the world stems from evil. Let's start with slavery, and not just enslavement of African people, but let's look at a brief history in time with the Arawaks or the Amerindians or the First Nation people. These individuals have suffered persecution because persons were envious. They were bad mind. It's nothing to do with race. Racism is not about inferiority. I've said that before. It is about greed and jealousy and pure bad mind. So these individuals who are bad mind will never be satisfied, no matter what they have. They hold the world in the palm of their hands, but they can never be satisfied, because that thing is like a demonic spirit that rises up in individual to want what the other person has. In their scripture, they talk about David having his wives and his concubines. That's the nature of these individuals. He had all these women, and yet he coveted, I think his name was Uriah's wife, sent the man to the front line of the battlefield to have him murdered so he could take the man's one wife. It is the same spirit. These individuals have this devilish spirit. Let's talk about history. Christopher Columbus was bad mind, but those who sent him was even more bad mind. And let's remember this, that Christopher Columbus got the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. These are the ships that they use to go to Jamaica, to go there and kill the native people and take away their land. They go there and they took a stamp or whatever and they marked it when they got there. But think about it this way. If Christopher Columbus was not a criminal, why would Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand send him with 3 ships of prisoners? If these guys are so evil that they had to be in prison, why would you release them with a good man? You would never send a king with a bunch of criminals. You would never send a person who have reputation, a reputable person, with an army of criminals. They knew they had nothing to lose because, first of all, they thought the world was at hedges and you might fall over it. And, you know, he had nothing to lose. He was a criminal. So he just said, well, you know, I'd rather die exploring than die in prison. And so they sent him out there. Criminals, criminal intention, bad mind within that. So that this bad mindedness I'm talking about is a kind of criminal intention. It's a spirit. And every other thing you look in, every black person who has ever been put up on a pedestal and ripped down, is all because of jealousy. Because even when the individuals are the one who hold the power in their hand to lift you up and give you honor and glory, these are the person, when you get there, it's like a devil. It's like, well, maybe he shouldn't have this. Oh, maybe he's getting too much attention. You know, the woman is jealous of the other woman. The woman is jealous. The man is jealous of the man. The man is jealous of, you know, the child. Jealousy. This evil demonic spirit that exists. If you find yourself with this spirit, that when you see something good happening to someone else, you get so miserable, you start hating that person. Fix up yourself. But the truth of the matter is, some of you can't fix up yourself. The thing is just too deep. Racism has nothing to do with someone looking at you and saying that you're not good enough. Racism has to do with the thing that they see something in you and recognize that they don't have that particular thing. And even though they might have some stuff that you want, and you might actually be jealous of their situation, they will still manage to hate you, even though you have nothing, even though you're lying there dying on the bed. This is why they take individuals who are dying from disease and study them to say, what is it about you? The person is dying. Why do you care? What is it about you? Why you didn't die yesterday? Bad mind cannot be washed. It can't be cleansed. It's something that is in you or it's not in you. Something of you or not of you. Just as all there is to it. So if you as a black person understand that if individuals have a DNA that is made up in such a way that causes them to be envious and jealous and bad mind towards other people, there's nothing you can do about it. The best thing to do is to avoid those individuals. And when those persons seek to promote you and elevate you, you've got to run. You can't accept it, because even though they bring you up to glory, even though they are the ones responsible for pushing you up, they are of the spirit that is dark. And so after they push you up and they recognize that you're getting some attention and some love, they have no problem tearing you down. Avoid bad mind people. If it's your child, if it's your husband, if it's your neighbor, if it's your friend, if it's a co-worker, they can't be fixed. Be blessed, African people. Think on these things.